Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Cook Like a Man, and thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the channel. If you're new here, thank you very much for joining us, and please do consider subscribing for some great, really great weekly cooking content. Today is our 10th episode, and I thought we should make something a little bit more special to celebrate this. So we're making a 3-course meal, starting with some bread with prawns. Then we'll move on to our mains, which will be chicken fajita with spinach and mashed potatoes. And for our desserts, we'll make a wonderful banana cheesecake. So we are going to start off with the prawns, and just make sure that the shells and veins of the prawns are removed and they are nice and clean. So we are going to add salt, black pepper, paprika, Worcestershire sauce, and finally some lemon juice. Then we're gonna mix everything together, leave to chill in the fridge for about 30 minutes. So now that the prawns are marinating in the fridge, we are going to move on to make our garlic mayo, like a spread for our bread. So we're going to start off with 2 tablespoons of mayo, then 1 finely chopped garlic clove, some pepper, and just give it a quick mix. Toast the bread. We are gonna start off by preheating a pan and adding about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and get the bread into the pan and leave it to toast for about 4 minutes each side. Now you can leave the bread to toast for longer if you want to add that element of crunch. When the bread is done, just set it aside and add 1 tablespoon of olive oil and 2 tablespoons of butter. Then add the prawns into the pan and cook them for about 60 seconds before turning them. You have to be careful that you don't cook them for long or they'll become stiff, and trust me, you don't want that. Then turn them and cook for another 50 or 60 seconds. At this point, you can optionally add lemon juice. And to plate, just spread the garlic mayo on the bread and top with the prawns. And get some of that sauce in there for some action as well. For the mashed potatoes, we are going to start off by adding cold water into a pot, then sliced potatoes and season with salt. You want to leave this to cook, then check if they're cooked through before draining out the water. After draining out the water, just bring back the pot on the heat and stir the potatoes to get rid of any excess water in the potatoes. Now, instead of using a potato masher, we're going to use a fine mash sieve. I can tell you this is going to be a long and lengthy, tedious process, but the results are definitely going to be worth it. You're going to get a silky and smooth mash. When done, add salt and mix. Then add butter, but you want to gradually add the butter and gradually add the milk to get that creaminess in the mash. For the spinach, we are going to start off with half a cup of hot water, then add the spinach. We are going to let the spinach cook for about 6 minutes before adding 1 grated onion and some grated tomatoes. We are going to let that reduce for about 5 minutes or so. Then we are going to add salt and pepper. Then we are going to add a 1/4 cup of powdered milk mixed in warm water, of course. Then 2 tablespoons of mayo. At this point, you're going to taste and adjust the seasoning if necessary. To make the fajita, we'll start off with some red, green and yellow peppers, 1 sliced onion, and we are going to season that with salt and pepper. We're going to cook that for about 6 to 7 minutes, and once cooked, we are going to transfer it into a bowl. And into that, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of cream cheese and some cheddar cheese. Set aside while you prepare the chicken breast, which will slice in the middle to make a pocket. Then season the breasts with salt, pepper, paprika, cumin, and Worcestershire sauce. Make sure that you coat the insides of the pockets as well. Then stuff the chicken breast with the fajita. Before placing the chicken breast into the pan, make sure that the pan is nice and hot so that the chicken fajitas can get cooked through. You're going to cook the chicken breast for about 6 to 7 minutes each side. For the dessert, we'll start off with 4 bananas and just smash them up. Then add 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, half a cup of white sugar, and mix. Then 1 cup of flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of cinnamon, and give it a nice mix. Give it a nice mix before getting into a baking pan and bake at 180 degrees Celsius for about 20 minutes. For the frosting, we'll use cream cheese and a teaspoon of vanilla. Mix that up. Gradually add your milk and mix. You do not want to add all of your milk at the same time because that will make your frosting a whole runny mess. Remove the base from the oven and do the toothpick test. If the toothpick comes out clean, then you're good to go. Add your frosting and leave to chill for 3 hours. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe, like the video, share the video, and let's get everybody cooking like a man. See you guys next time. Cheers.